Hi everyone. Today we present you with our weekly insight on optimizing workflows with dynamic block strategies in AutoCAD. Capricorn Technology Private Limited is now a part of Arkins Group, serving widely in adoption of computer-aided design solutions and its integrated workflows. Myself, Anurag Pamnani, the solution specialist for architecture at Capricorn Technologies. In this insight, we will be covering first creating a block and defining a suitable base point to it so that we can replace the blocks correctly in the order we want. Secondly, we would be looking at how to apply the parameters and actions to a block to make it dynamic in nature. And third, we are going to see to use the replace block tools that can facilitate both the individual and multiple block substitution within our workflow designs. So let's just move on to the live demo now. So here I am onto my user interface screen, and you can see I have a smaller plan that's an equipment area. And we are going to see how we are going to create the blocks that is the dynamic sort of blocks, how to give them the parameters and assign them the input and actions to them, and then how we can replace those particularly in a bunch onto our floor plan or our drawing so that we can enhance our workflow quite easier. So let's just see that. So let me just create a block meanwhile. So REC. So I'm just trying to create a certain sort of block. And then I can have on the, so I'm drawing just in a random piece of drawing so that we can see how to make in variables to it and how we can assign and place those equipments onto our floor plans. We'll choose line, enter. So this is the midpoint. This becomes part. Then MI enter to it. Sorry. MI. Okay. Let's do stretch for this as well. So this is my equipment, suppose, okay? I'm just going to this B enter for the block enter. Now it asks me the name. I can see it's a mechanical, suppose, uh, mechanical index shaft. And it says open in a block editor and just specify the base point. So it will automatically be in a space block editor, okay? And now we have here the actions, number of action series we can apply to onto the blocks so that we can make them dynamic while working on the project itself on the drawing. Sorry. So just creating the parameters. So firstly, I will define the parameters to it. Suppose this becomes my distance. And now I have to assign an action to it. So I can go on to action and I can choose to apply scale or stretch onto the particular action. So it says first select down the parameter. Select the parameter, then it says to select an object and just press enter. As soon as I do that, you can see an action bar appears over here, an action icon. So scale has been assigned to it. Similarly, I can write this as shaft length. Okay. So this becomes the shaft length. Similarly, we can assign other actions. Suppose I can go on to the parameters, then if I need to have flip action to it, I can assign a flip action. So I can choose an axis and I can drop this. So this is my parameter. Now I have to assign an action to it. Go on to action and choose flip option same. Select down the parameter and then select down the object. Now this will be flipped in a certain direction. That's the opposite direction, and press enter. As soon as you do that, a flip action appears. So this is how we apply those parameters particularly onto the blocks. And now if I go on to close the edit block editor and save changes to mechanical shaft, I say. So okay, let it be. Okay, now you see there is a point where we can stretch, and suppose if I need a particular length of 30, so now it's been scaled as per our needs. Similarly, if I need to lower it down somehow to fit onto my plan scale, I think, so I can choose say 10. Okay. And if I can make certain copies of it, CO. So this is how, for example, I'm making now. Okay, 5 of the copies. So I can instantly change those parameters from my left-hand box. Okay, that is the shaft length you can see. But if I need all of them to be replaced with the same length at once, what I will be doing is right-clicking on it, select similar. All of these are selected. Now I can enhance my height to 5 or 8, likewise 15, say. Let's do it for 12. Okay, you can see everything has been changed and scaled according to 12 as a shaft length. So this is how it goes on to scaling. And whenever it comes to suppose, say I have to replace certain blocks. Okay, so let's do that as well. So I need to replace this block particularly. Okay, so what I can do is I can go on to right click, select all instances that are visible in view. So this is all the similar views, and I have to replace them. So this is the option for replacing. As soon as I click on to the replace, a palette appears. And you can see now I need to shift that particularly with mechanical index. I can choose this. Now you can see everything has been replaced likewise. So this is quite low in scale, so it appeared, but though it's there. So the dia of the plate was quite high. So that's why it wasn't big equipment, and now it has been a smaller equipment. This is how we generally replace down the block. Suppose now this block itself has to be replaced with some other block. Okay, so just click on the select order, select all similar instances that are visible in view, go on to this indexing option of changing down the blocks or replacing down the blocks. And now I can replace this particular thing with say shoulder anchor. Okay, now see it's more smaller in scale than that. I hope this is visible, right? Yeah. So this is how we generally replace down the object and make our work more faster in drawings. So it should have a correct base point. That's the entire logic behind it. So this is for the today's insight. Hope you guys had an insightful session, and we shall be presenting with other insights on upcoming videos. Do subscribe to our channel for all the updates. Do reach out to us for any query or suggestion. See you in the next week. Thanks and take care.